What's up, Internet? We are here once again with our old buddy CoolBoy 401 Real Game on the Famicom. We are now on to page, I want to say 7, where we're going to take a look at Battle Tank. Oh, there was a quick spoiler for 2 weeks from now. This is a game that is on pretty much every pirate cart ever made, on both the Famicom and the Game Boy. And there's even multiple versions based on which versions. I'm an idiot. I was thinking of Battle City. This is a different game altogether. I have no idea what this is. I was thinking of Battle City. Okay, so up and down changes the attitude and altitude of the turrets. Select changes the weapon. That's cool. A fires. B plus up allows you to actually move your tank. Okay. This is interesting. This is kind of like Battlezone, but less interesting. Which is kind of a shame, because I think the Famicom could have done Battle City. Whoa. Get back here, you Scooty tank. Haha! And thus I blew up this Scooty tank, thinking he could scoot away from us. Nay, I say nay. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing any other tanks on our dashboard of destiny. I'm seeing a whole lot of nothing. And we're moving as fast as we can right now. Smoke screen! For some reason, I thought it'd be fun. I mean, if nothing else, it's an effective smoke screen. But so far, this feels like a really barren and inept version of Battlezone. And Battlezone, admittedly, was not the most interesting game. That was a game where someone had to create a rumor saying if you didn't shoot a bunch of things for like an hour and you went to try and get to the mountains on the distance, you'd find a castle, which was like a secret level. And none of that was true, and in fact, eventually people caught on to this and they had to like program a missile that would spawn behind you and murder you instantly if you hadn't tried to kill anything within a certain period of time. But this, there's just nothing going on. I mean, I can sit here and waste my 50 cal bullets. But there does not appear to be much going on with this game. Huh. Okay, I can move the tank on here to see things. Now that said, whether or not you can do that is kind of irrelevant, because even so, you're going to be paying more attention to that screen than you are that screen, and how interesting is that going to be? Uh-oh, something's attacking me. What's hitting me? Huh. Yeah, or alternatively, I could press this button. I think I made the right choice. So that was not what I thought it was. Next we have Aladdin III, which is not Aladdin. This is some kind of pirate game. I know there's like 3 actual like Aladdin games, as well as a few games that sometimes insert the Aladdin character into completely different games for some reason, but I'm not sure what this game is. I think I've seen this before. It was reskinned as a Harry Potter game, though. And there's a few pirate games that are like this as well. Oh. I think it might have been called, like, Magic Harry Boy, the Harry Potter version. This version, I think I might have seen it once, and I think it might have been called, like, Magic Carpet 2000, like the, PS1 Saturn game, but that's a ninja riding a chocolate eclair. Those are pink flamingos. These are bumblebees. I'm pretty sure these ninja sprites were taken from a different game altogether. But there doesn't appear to be, like... Oh, there's a heart. Alright. But there doesn't really appear to be many power-ups or, like, different weapon types. And it doesn't seem to run all that particularly well. And it seems to be one background. Oh, what do we got over here? Oh, speed up. Now, if you've learned anything from watching this series, watching me play shmups, it should be speed ups equal bad things. Because it usually means I end up dying. Because it just becomes unbloody controllable. I mean, oh hey, we got a boss. Alright, awesome. Let's go, Kiki. Oh, we ran out of background, even though it was just a copy-pasted background. I mean, the hits aren't really, like, registering. It doesn't look like it's getting hit. It looks more like it's getting hit when, you know, it's actually attacking. Which is not great conveyance. Also, now it's got an extra attack for some reason. Whoop. Come on, jolly magic carpet lad, let's beat this witch. Oh. Alright, I still got a few more lives. Come on. Now, I want to point out, this is me with my turbo button just maxed right now. That's our fire rate. That's how depressing the fire rate in this game is. Hey, it's level 2. It's suspiciously like level 1. I think you get the idea. Okay, next we have Tecmo Bowl. Football. Except it's Dynamite Bowl. Because Tecmo Bowl, a football game, does not equal a bowling game world. Now, this game's kind of neat because you get to pick a character. And then after that, it's basically just bowling. And that music in the background, I don't know how clear it's going to be in the end recording because I had to tweak the audio settings a little, but it sounds sick. And I don't think that's because of the retro, and I think that's actually how it's supposed to sound, which is weird. Now, I can move my character up there, and it'll sort of direct where he's going to start his throw from. But the control is basically randomized. And it happens after you have already moved, so you can't adjust where you are already. Which means you just basically have to get lucky. Aww. I never liked you, bowling. Now see, if I could actually throw straight, that wouldn't be a problem. But, welcome to the Vomitorium Dynamite Bowling Lane, where all the music sounds like it's about to throw up, and none of our people can actually throw straight because they're dumb. But let's see what the variance in power can do. What? Okay, so where the hell was I on the far right-hand side? I was in the middle of the freaking court thingy. Lane, whatever. Sport ball is hardly my understanding, as you can very clearly tell, but For some reason I was in the middle up there, but I was on the far right when I threw? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, Dynamite Bull, let's get a move on. Throw it. I mean, there's no way I can rescue this. I'm just gonna stop embarrassing myself with sports. So next we have Adventure Island. Or more accurately, Meijin Takahashi no Vulcan Jima. Which, there's an important distinction. Because while it's the same game, in this game, you play as Meijin Takahashi as opposed to Master Higgins. And while Meijin does translate to Master, if my minute amount of Japanese is correct, the difference between Takahashi and Higgins is pretty major to me, and that's why I will never actively acknowledge this character as Master Higgins. And that's because Meijin Takahashi is an actual dude. He was the president of Hudson at the time. And he's something of a huge, well, he used to be anyway, I don't think he is as much now, but he was a huge figure in terms of gaming. He was like a video game rock star in Japan. Seriously, look him up, he's amazing. In fact, I kind of want to get a copy of Bomberman just to see if I can get him to sign it, but, Meijin Takahashi, he was just all kinds of awesome. And he was a huge advocate for games and stuff, and well, I admit, I'm not a big fan of Wonder Boy, which is what this game is, basically. Also, Secret Area. I likes me my Adventure Island. This game is ridiculously hard, though, and out of all the Adventure Island games, this is my least favorite. And I should have been running that entire time, but I can't be bothered. But this game is brutally hard. And, you know, you might be laughing at saying something like that, but this game makes a lot of, like, other NES difficult games look like a complete joke. Why? Well, there's no continues. Unless you happen to know where to find the secret continue code in the game. Because there's a secret pickup, which is right there. It's the Hudson Bee, a character so famous it got its own cartoon alongside Meijin Takahashi, which later got its own game, by the way. Yeah. But without that pickup, and the special code you use with that pickup, there's no continues. And this game is stupid hard because you get no health. One hit, one death. And this is a very long game. In fact, if you want to see something really inspirational while you're looking up stuff on the internet involving Meijin Takahashi, look up this show I love called Game Center CX. They did an episode on this that is just absolutely inspiring. But this game is ridiculously hard. I've only managed to beat it 2 or 3 times myself, but honestly, I don't like this game as much as I do like Adventure Island 2, Adventure Island 3, and Adventure Island 4, which is a completely different game. Which is more of a non-linear 3D platformer. 2D platformer. And I've got throwing fireballs. But this is a weird game because it's a reskin of a Sega game on a Nintendo console. See, this game used to be called Wonder Boy. And Wonder Boy alone is a thing that deserves a dissertation. And I've thought about it because Wonder Boy has a weird series because it eventually got turned into Adventure Island. But then Wonder Boy got like this other spin-off series of it called the Monster World series. Which then got like 8 or 9 different versions of this, including one that was an Adventure Island themed game for reasons. And it's just, it feels like the most inbred series ever, even though it's kind of not. Alright, there's the Hudson Honeybee mascot that got its own cartoon. And Moogles for some reason. And those horrible fish that will murder you. Well, everything will murder you in this game, but still. Adventure Island. This is a game I would be terrified to try and play through. Because, honestly, I could try, but the amount of time it would take and the amount of deaths, I think it would just be torture for everyone involved to try and watch me try and beat this game. But, it's a damn good game. I quite like this game a lot. It's one of the better NES games, even though, again, it's similar to, like, the previously viewed Bump and Jump. It's a very simple game. It's very pure arcade-style platformer with an emphasis on arcade unfairness, sure, but it's ridiculously good. Provided you're up for a challenge. Like, that challenge thing is no joke either. It's like, if you're not ready for a challenge, you're going to end up a crying puddle on the floor. But that said, if someone says they can beat this game, you make them do it in front of you, because if nothing else, it'll be fun to watch them fail, but it would also be... Oh, there's a flower, that's fine. Oh, and I'm dead. There's a power-up in this very room that's actually like a power down. But we'll get there. So there's the nice, lovely axe. Oh, see, that's the thing about Adventure Island. You just got to go for it. You can't sit around and because I didn't put in the code, we don't get to continue. But well done, Majin. You've done it again, like the first time. But you would continue to do so again for a very long time to come. I'd like to play a lot of the other Adventure Island games. Next we have Dr. Mario. Oh, dear lord, this is going to be bad. Yay for falling block puzzle games, except I'm no good at them. Now, I don't know what either of those songs are. We're going to start level 0, speed, medium. That's probably giving us a lot of credit. Okay. Now, this is a match 3 game. You have to line up the pills with the viruses to make them disappear. Match 4, rather. And the level is not complete until you get rid of all the viruses. So there goes all the red ones. And I like that when you hurt them, there's like a visible sign on the left to see that they're hurting. That's kind of a neat touch. Unfortunately, we're now at the mercy of randomness to get the magical blue pills like we need. And I think I actually got this on my Wii U Virtual Console for about 30 cents back when the Wii U was out, because they were doing like the 30th anniversary of the Famicom nonsense. I got a bunch of games for that offer because it was neat, but this is a good game. I'm just really bad at it. But I'm also just straight up terrible at these kinds of games. Blues. We need blues, but there's a red guy in the way. Okay, that guy's gone. We'll get rid of this blue one, because the only blues are behind a red one. We can't do anything about that yet. That goes there. That can go there. That can go there. That can go there. Whoop, there we go. That else can go there. Now this is going on slow and I'm already having trouble keeping up just because I'm atrocious at these, but... Oh, there we go. That's what we needed. There we go. Now we can actually do something with blues. Once we get blue. Because, of course, it's basically random. And random in-game design usually, if not always, equals bad. Just fun tip for everyone wanting to design games. If you have to rely on randomness, maybe rethink what you've done because you've clearly done something horribly wrong. Hey, that's convenient. Yeah, I think that'll be what we'll do. Move that one there. I'd like to take care of that blue one up there, but I'd like to get that red one first. Yes. Whoops. Okay, now I'm in damage control mode because I've seriously just messed this up. Okay. Alright, I think that's been dealt with relatively well. Whoops. Okay, well that goes there. And that can go there. That goes there. That goes there. That goes there. There we go. Now we're making some progress. Although, to be fair, I would be worried about having Mario as my doctor. I mean, seriously, he was a plumber. I think they've kind of officially made him not a plumber, which I don't know why people wasted the time of day to do that, but that's a thing that I think happened. But at what point did he get a doctoral degree? And more importantly, why did people waste time deciding Mario is no longer a plumber? Again, this is something I read, so I'm not entirely sure on what this is all about, but I read that happening, and it's like, why did someone waste time, you know, and effort and manpower doing that? Because the only people it's going to piss off are the fanboys. And, like, why? You're wasting time doing something that you've very clearly had to, like, get a committee together to decide for some reason. Oh, this is gonna get bad real quick. Oh! If I can get a red one. Not like that. Not like that. Okay, well now I'm well and truly screwed. Now it's just a matter of delaying the inevitable. And then dying. Okay, so that has been, as soon as I can find the page, because I know where I am, I swear, this episode. Now let's take a look at what we got. Battle Tank was kind of visually interesting, but not much happened. Aladdin 3 was boring. Tecmo Bowl is not what it says it is, and it's a boring bowling game. Adventure Island is amazing, but ridiculously difficult. And Dr. Mario's great if you're into those kinds of games, but I am not because I'm terrible at them. So overall, while I love Adventure Island, these past 5 games have not made this cartridge worth it thus far, but Adventure Island is really, really damn good. Anyway, come back next week where we'll take a look at Mickey Mouse. I think I know what that is too, and I'm not wildly enthused about it. Anyway, I will see you next time. Peace out, Internet.